Hello everyone, and welcome to the brand new GstarBIM tutorial video. GstarBIM is a powerful BIM modeling software that helps you easily create complete 3D building models and 2D construction drawings. In the next 8 minutes, I will walk you through the essential operations and techniques you need to master so you can get started quickly and confidently begin your BIM modeling journey. After launching GstarBIM, you will first enter the Start page. On the left side of this page, you will find a list of recently opened projects for quick access. You can adjust the sorting of this list or pin frequently used projects to the top. The menu on the right side allows you to create a new project or open existing ones. In GstarBIM, a project is a core BIM file with the .pro extension. It contains all the data of the building model, including floor plans, 3D models, sections, and elevations, documents, and project settings, while ensuring that all views and data remain dynamically synchronized. To better understand how to use GstarBIM, let's start by creating a new project. In the pop-up window, simply click OK to skip the project property settings for now. These details can be filled in later during the design process. Next, we will enter the main interface of GstarBIM. The large center area is the drawing workspace. The left side contains the function panels, and the top hosts the toolbar, which includes most of the commands needed for BIM modeling and editing. In this video, we will mainly focus on the features under the building tab. If you want to adjust how the toolbar is displayed, you can click the small arrow icon here. You can also use the View User Interface menu to show our head panels, or reset the entire interface back to its default layout with one click. Additionally, you can open the settings for the gear icon in the lower left corner. Under User Interface, you can switch between light and dark themes and adjust the interface style according to your personal preference. Click the level indicator at the bottom of the screen to open the Edit Levels dialog. Here, you can set parameters such as elevation and height, delete unnecessary levels, or add new ones. After completing the settings, you can use the up and down arrows on the right side to switch between different levels. The level indicator will display the name of the current level, and in the Project Navigator on the right side of the screen, the active level will be shown in bold, making it easy to identify. After setting up the levels, we can begin drawing walls. Before starting, right-click to open the Wall Properties panel, or click the Properties button and select Wall to enter the Settings dialog. Here, you can predefine parameters such as wall thickness, height, and material. If you want to save these settings for future use, click the Wall Style button at the bottom to save them as a new style that you can easily reuse later. Once the settings are complete, click OK, then choose the Wall command. You can draw walls in various ways, including straight lines, semicircles, arcs, and splines. By clicking the small triangles under the Wall command, you can expand additional drawing options, such as rectangular walls. If you make a mistake, no worries. Just press Ctrl and Z to undo the previous step. You can also click any wall at any time to adjust its properties, or drag it to reposition it. The operations are all very flexible and intuitive. Scroll the mouse wheel to zoom in or out of the current view. Press and hold the mouse wheel while moving the mouse to pan the view, making it easy to inspect different areas. In the Project Navigator, right-click Views and select New View to generate a 3D model view of the current project. You can also click the Maximize View button at the bottom of the screen to rearrange the window layout for a clearer workspace. In the 3D view, hold and drag the right mouse button to rotate the camera and examine the model from different angles. On the left panel, under Visual Style, you can adjust how the 3D model is displayed, such as wireframe, realistic, or shaded modes, depending on your needs. After drawing the walls, we can proceed to add the slab. Before adding it, right-click to open the slab property panel and set the relevant parameters. For now, we will keep the default settings and simply click OK. Next, click the black triangle under the slab button. There are various slabs creation methods provided by GstarBIM. Since we have already finished drawing the walls, we will use Slab by Walls. Click and drag with the left mouse button to select all the walls, and the slab will be generated automatically. After that, switch to the 3D view, and you will be able to see the render slab in the model. Next, let's insert doors and windows. First, right-click to open the Door Property panel, where you can choose a door style and set parameters such as dimensions and materials. After completing the settings, click Insert Door. Then click on the desired position on the wall. Move the mouse to adjust the opening directions, and the door will be placed automatically. The process for windows is similar. Set the window property first, then select the Insert Window command and click on the wall to place it. In addition, within the 3D view, you can also insert windows directly, which makes it easier to position and adjust them from different angles. Next, let's generate the roof. Select the Roof by the Walls command and use the mouse to drag a selection box around the entire wall layout. The system will automatically generate a roof based on the default property settings. After the roof is created, click the roof and then click the pencil icon to open the property editing panel. Here, you can set parameters such as the roof material and thickness. Switch to the pitch and shape type, and by clicking each individual roof plane, you can adjust the pitch angle of each plane separately to achieve a customized roof design. Well, that's all for this episode. Thank you very much for watching.